my channel. So I have been a lot under the weather. I took a trip to Cancun, Mexico last week where I got deathly sick. I believe that is the sickest I have been in a very long time. And today I woke up and I felt a lot better and I had a little bit more energy, so I wanted to film this tutorial for you for a highlight and contour. A lot of girls ask me about highlight and contour and how I achieve it. I even decided to throw on this wig that I got. Ever since I had a wig, well, I got this wig last year from Hot Topic for Halloween, never wore it, and I wore it Halloween this year, and I was like, I'm obsessed with wigs. Like, oh my gosh, it's like my alter ego now. I wanted to try a pink wig. I've always wanted pink hair, but let's be honest, I don't have the balls to dye my hair that shade. Kudos to the girls that do. I think you are beautiful. I wish I could do it. Maybe one day I'll do it. I hope that you all enjoy and learn something. This is just some tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way and for my face and my bone structure that might work for you. So if you want to continue on watching this video and learn how I do my cream and powder contour and highlight, then just keep watching. And thank you guys so much for all the love that you've given me. Your support has been great now that I've been on YouTube, and yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Bye guys. Yes, honey, give it to me.
Give it to me.
So to prime my face, I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Face Primer. And I am going to put it on the back of my hand. Add some Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm. I like to mix the two. It's a really good primer. And I'm just going to mix that on the back of my hand. And just apply it onto my face. And I have already moisturized my face beforehand. I've cleansed and moisturized just with a daily moisturizer. It's really important to not skip that step. Get a great polished look. It all starts with skincare. So for the foundation, I'm just gonna go in with some Anastasia Stick to Flawless foundation. I love this foundation. It's so buildable and creamy, and I know it's darker than my face, but my chest is darker. And with the Farsali Liquid Gold Elixir Drops. This is a great product for everyday use. I've talked about it in my previous videos, and I'll probably talk about it in every video that I do, but it's wonderful. It's just jam-packed with just all kinds of oils and botanicals that just leave your skin looking so radiant. So I go about it a different ways, but today I'm just going to drop it all over my face. And when working with cream, highlight, and contour products, I don't apply a lot of foundation. I just apply a very thin layer because we are going to be adding more cream products to ourselves. And if you start with a really thick base, it begins to get cakey really fast. When I'm actually doing my highlight and contour and using creams, I always highlight first, and then I go in after blending out the highlight, and then I go in with the contour. Concealer from Urban Decay, it's the Naked Concealer. It's one of my all-time favorites. I get asked all the time what kind of under eye concealer I use and prefer. This is one of my top ones. This one, and then the new Tarte Shape Tape concealers. They're just amazing. I am going in with a really lighter color than my skin tone, just because we want to make the under eyes bright and pop and give that dimension to our face. So I'm gonna go in with Light Warm. I love this shade simply because it's got some yellow tones in it, and I found that under my eyes it leaves the prettiest finish. I usually normally think of it as a triangle that we're doing, and I usually just start in the corner and take strokes And you kind of want to get up there to your under eye because we're going to blend this out with the Beauty Blender. Kind of take it all the way up to the temple. You want that nice slender nose, so I do take the one and just go down the sides of my nose. And then we'll take some, we're going to highlight the center of our forehead. All the way down the bridge of the nose. And we are just mimicking on the other side with the triangle. And another reason why I love this concealer so much is the yellow tones in it really works for dark circles and covering those up and to make that brighter under eye pop. So for my nose structure, I do take it pretty far up, but I'm going to leave these two spaces because that's where we're going to place the contour to make us look like we have a pretty awesome nose. And I'm just taking more steps and highlighting the center of my chin and Cupid's bow, just because we're wanting to highlight the areas where the natural light would hit our face. We've got the highlight done, so then I'm going to take a damp beauty blender, and this is key. So when I take it, I will put it under water and squeeze it really hard for about 5 to 10 times. Wring out the excess and then go to a towel and then just squeeze it more just to get any kind of excess water. But this does end up being really, really damp. So we're just gonna blend out what we have placed. And we're doing more of a pouncing motion. We're not swiping because that's gonna take away the product. We're just pushing the product into our skin. And I'm even going to go a step further just because I really like a bright under eye, and the Tarte Shape Tape is a lot lighter. This one's in Fair. And I'm just going to dot this under my eyes too. Who else goes ham on their under eye? I know I do. I don't know. I love it so much. I love a bright under eye. Yeah, I sure do. We're next going to go into the cream contour, and one of my favorite companies that I love, and I think they have great products for highlighting and contouring for beginners. They leave a really natural finish on your face and they're easy to blend out, and this is by Iconic London. I have their cream contour as well as their powder, so we are going to utilize both today. I go in with a concealer brush, and this is a MAC 195, and these shades are pretty warm, so I'm going to maybe dip my brush in all three of them just to give like the shade that I desire. So about that much product will do. If you just kind of suck in, we are going to do the hollows of the cheeks, and you can kind of feel your bone structure where the hollowness is. Another way that you can map out the cream contour is if you just take your brush and go on the top of your ear and then down. Above that line is where you want to focus the contour. So I'm just going to draw a little line like that. Nothing crazy. And I have a pretty big forehead, so I want to give the illusion that my forehead is smaller. So I'm just not even going to go back into the palette. Taking what I had and just going along the border of my forehead just to create some definition. I'm going to take more of the lighter shade right here to use that for the nose contour. Instead of laying it flat into the palette, I'm going to take the sides of the brush to lay it down in that color. And then we are just going to go down the bridge of the nose. Really light-handedly. Because we've already used that highlight as a guide of where our nose contour is going to go. Even create like a nice jawline. A small stippling brush. It's from MAC. It's a 130. We're using a smaller stippling brush because it's going to give us a more precise control over our cheek contour, and use that line as your guide to always blend upwards. And I kind of go in like a circular motion, and I'm not very heavy-handed with the brush just because it does the work for me. And this product is really, really blendable, so it's easier. Always go back in and add more. That's the key. A little bit does go a long way, and you can always go back in, add more, because it's easier to add than to take away. Again, you can see I'm using that line as my guide to blend upwards instead of downwards. Otherwise, it'll look like a muddy mess, and we want everything to be perky and upright, and yeah. To use a different brush for the nose, a little bit smaller brush. So I just kind of take the sides of the brush, and I'm just going back and forth very light-handedly. So next, I like to go in with a holy grail product of mine. It's by Laura Mercier. It's amazing. I love it. Can't live without this stuff. I go ham on my under eyes for baking. So I take that same damp beauty blender and I dip it into the pan, and I pick up a pretty good amount of product. And we are going to push that in to the under eye. And it's okay to be kind of sloppy with it because we will wipe it away later. I also use the setting powder just to carve out the sides of my nose where we had placed the highlight. It just helps with cleaning up any kind of contour and making the nose look nice and slim. So you can start to kind of map out under it, because I like a strong contour. And a trick that I have found that the powder contour blends even better is while my face is baking and it still has the translucent powder on, I then will go in with the powder contour and begin to set the cream contour that I have already. So I'm taking the powder contour palette by Iconic London. Another great palette. It has like the highlight shades under the eyes, but I usually just use the contour shades because they have really natural shadows in it that help look really, really natural on the skin. And we've already got a map of where we need to place the powder contour. So like the stippling brush, I'm going to go in with circular motions. And I know that it looks like we have a lot of contour product on our cheeks, but no worries. We're going to go back in with a large stippling brush and blend everything so it all turns out very seamlessly. Very light-handedly. And a little bit of product does go a long way. And what do you know, there's the large stippling brush, and we are just going to wipe away the excess setting powder that we have that has helped carve out the contour. And we are just going to blend everything together, taking away all the excess Laura Mercier setting powder under our eyes. And this stippling brush is a MAC stippling brush. I love it. Just with a cheap, flat, fluffy brush that I have. I love this brush. No name. I'll take the lightest shade from the Iconic London powder contour to contour my nose. I'll just take the edges of the brush and dip it into the palette, knock off the excess. Very, very light-handedly. We'll just set the cream contour that we placed on our nose. And then take that small stippling brush from MAC, the 130, and then just go in and blend everything together. I'm gonna go in with the Milani Luminoso blush, and then just take a Morphe M527.
Swirl it around.
And now we've come to my most favorite part, the highlighting part. These are my two favorite highlighters of all time, the Becca Champagne Pop and Laura Gellar Gilded Honey with a Sigma F35 brush for highlighting. favorite brush ever. I first go in dry to the Lord Gellar Gilded Honey on tops of my cheekbones. And next I will take some MAC Fix Plus and spray the brush and apply the Becca Champagne Pop because I want a really wet, dewy highlight look.
I'll spray it again.
And if you haven't tried this method of spraying your brush before a highlighter with MAC Fix Plus, I highly recommend it. And I will sometimes even take my finger or the brush and then just go down the bridge of my nose very light-handedly. I think I like my finger the best. And I kind of leave a little space right there, almost like a explanation point. Just go in with a small stippling brush and just kind of blend it a little bit out, because we don't want any kind of harsh lines or anything like that. And what do you guys think so far? Do you like? Okay, so just some final touches to our look that we're doing. I'm just kind of smoking out with some peach tone shadows from the Morphe 350 under the eyes. And then I'm just going to tightline with the MAC Costa Riche pencil. And then just taking a Wet n Wild pressed glitter for my inner corner. I love that to pop as well. Coating my lower lashes and throwing on some liquid lipstick. It's Anastasia's Ashton. I love that. I think it really completed this peachy tone, warm look. And we are done, guys.
I feel so high. My body's burning because I know you're coming. Take my hands and go away through the open sky.
Alright guys, and there you have it. I hope that you learned something from this highlight and contour video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I will definitely try to answer any that you may have. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.